Real quick before we get started, we have something really cool we want to tell you about.
Gold Sabertooth Strikes Back deviously doodle playmats are here!
The Kickstarter campaign features reprints of cEDH classics like Kin and Big Flips, Chunky, Kenrith Reanimator, and more.
And for the first time, there's also foil Gold Sabertooth tokens that are available as well.
The Kickstarter is only going on through October 21st.
So use our link in the description to check out Gold Sabertooth Strikes Back deviously doodle playmats before it's too late.
Now let's get into the video. Welcome to Play to Win, where we play to win. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Cam. This week, we're joined by our patron, Austin, aka INSOMNIA, to figure out which food chain commander is best in cEDH.
My name is Austin, proud member of the Play to Win community from Virginia. Yeah, I love food chain. Food chain's great. Atali is great. These guys are great. Keep playing Magic.
This video is brought to you in part by Dragon Shield. Use code PLAYTOWIN5 at the affiliate link down below for 5% off to help support the show.
And check us out on Patreon to support us directly and get awesome extra perks like being able to get your own episode at our $100 tier.
So we have Austin on Funky Chunky Junkie. I'm playing a terrible deck. Cam is on Lumra, Co-Food Chain Bear, and Tyler is playing ATRAXA.
Anybody have any pregame actions?
None for me. Austin, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. All right, let's have a good game. Draw for turn. Copperline Gorge, Mox Diamond. Discard this Cavern of Souls. Reckless Barbarian. Also cast this Lotus Petal. Pass the turn with 3 left in hand.
Draw card, Underground Sea, Mox Diamond. Discard this Verdant Catacombs with my Mox Diamond. Mox Opal, Mana Vault. Cast Witchclaw Talisman. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna reveal that I have this Lion's Eye Diamond in my hand and cast it. I could go for like turn 1 Gnaws, but all the fast mana is here kind of. I don't know if I would actually like get anywhere. Which it feels crazy. So I think I'm just gonna say, hey everyone, look at me, and then pass the turn. So yeah, I'm pass the turn. Kind of coward move. I have Gifts Ungiven in my hand, and if you'll count up the mana, if I hit a land drop, then I'll have 10 mana next turn with the Lion's Eye Diamond, which will allow me to cast the Gifts Ungiven, crack the Lion's Eye Diamond, and then also fetch the Witchclaw Talisman for the Ad Nauseam. So be able to cast Ad Nauseam and Gifts Ungiven in the same turn, or like Ad Nauseam, and I don't know, it gives me like a lot of options for turn 2. I can do twice.
How do you lose then?
I'll draw. I guess I'll show a Lion's Eye Diamond too. Crumbling Vestige and make it green when it enters and just pass.
Draw, Flooded Strand, crack it for a UC, cast a Soul Ring, cast a Mox Opal that is not on, pass the turn.
I'll untap, I'll upkeep, and I'll draw a card. Desperate Ritual. Play the 6 mana Atali. Hellkite Courser ETB. I'll bring Atali in. Atali ETB. I'll flip a Force of Vigor.
Elvish Spirit Guide.
A Lotus Petal.
Grim Monolith.
Casting all of these spells. Lotus Petal resolving first, then Grim Monolith, then Elf, then my Force of Vigor. Force of Vigor will target. Let's get LED and Wishclaw.
I suppose I should have went for the turn 1. I am ashamed for being a coward. Okay. All right, this is why you don't play it safe and you just go for it, you know?
Yeah, I'm very glad that you look way scarier than me with my LED out right now.
Chunky has haste, so I might as well attack. Hearing Dylan say Ad Nauseam, it makes me want to swing that way.
I'll take 7.
Pass the turn, and Atali will go back to the command zone.
Untap, upkeep, and draw card. Play Command Tower, cast Terra. Volcanic Island, Tropical Island, Manamorphose, Gemstone Caverns, and Copy Enchantment. With no enchantments on the board, but maybe one day. Gifts Ungiven.
Who are you going to target?
I'll target you, Austin. You're our guest.
All right, I'm going to crack this slow spell and play Veil. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I was gonna You're like the worst target, but I'm just doing it for the bit. I swear to fucking God, if you get me on this. So my pile is Squee, Brain Freeze, Savine's Reclamation, and Underworld Breach.
Breach and Savine's Reclamation in your graveyard.
Pass my turn. There probably is a better pile for me to get there. I just wasn't exactly sure what it is. Maybe it's like Savine's Reclamation, Underworld Breach, and then just like 2 spells instead.
I mean, it makes sense because now you have like every piece of a combo that you need, so that way all you need to do is just untap with all of them, and then that way you have a way to win with Food Chain if you find that. Right. You already have a way to win with Underworld Breach if you find that.
Right. So it allows me to go for like multiple options, but yeah.
It just thinks that like this is the way that like gets you 2 kind of like dead cards in your hands.
Yeah,
but
I just have to like take this turn off to do this play.
I just drew such a funny card. I'll play Pit Offerings as my land, and when it enters, exile up to 3 target cards from graveyards.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
I'm gonna exile Savine's Reclamation, Underworld Breach, and Lotus Petal.
I don't think I could have been more punished for the decisions that I made this game. Truly. Between the Force of Vigor, hitting the Wishclaw Talisman when I could have just went and turned 1 Ad Nauseam, and then this happening, I have to think a lot.
Well, while you do that, I'll pass.
Draw for turn. Tundra has land for turn. Cast an Esper Sentinel. The Dark Ritual. Cast a Time Twister.
Got 7 off the top.
Cast an Arcane Signet. Put a Blind Obedience on the stack. Pass.
I'll untap, and I'll draw. The City of Traders, Treasonous Ogre.
Enters tapped.
It does enter tapped.
Got him.
Tinderwall. Do 12 life with the Treasonous Ogre. 28. Geosurge.
S% no trigger.
Pay for it. I'll have 7 red. Cast Atali. Atali trigger.
Got a Fellwar Stone from me.
A Desperate Ritual again.
Soul Ring.
Exploration Brood Ship.
I'm gonna play that. I'll have that resolve, then the Soul Ring, then the Fellwar, then the Desperate Ritual. Cast a Gamble. I'm gonna get this random card. This will be 1. This will be 4.
2.
It's a Wheel of Fortune. I'll sacrifice whoever's Lotus Petal this is for a green mana. Put a food chain on the stack. I exile Chunky to the food chain, and I'll exile Dylan's Elvish Spirit Guide for 4. Cast a Chunky for 9 mana. Until its turn. I got a Hiragast.
Aftermath Analyst. You keep exiling all my win conditions.
Fellwar Stone from me.
Wishclaw Talisman over here.
I will cast Aftermath Analyst, Hiragast, and the Fellwar Stone. I'll leave the Wishclaw in exile.
There's a Blind Obedience in play, so it would come in tapped, so that's why Austin is not casting the Wishclaw Talisman.
There's really no reason to.
The Fellwar enters, Aftermath enters. Let's mill 3 with this on the stack. I am ignoring the cast trigger. I am not going to use it. So I'll mill Dual Caster Mage, Gemstone Caverns, and Mana Confluence. Sacrifice to the food chain for 3. Sacrifice Atali to the food chain. That's another Chunky.
Lotus Petal.
And an Elvish Spirit Guide.
Mox Diamond.
Vampiric Tutor from me.
Cast the Elvish Spirit Guide and the Vampiric Tutor. I'll have Elvish Spirit Guide resolve first. I'll just immediately exile it for 4. And then Vampiric Tutor, I will go get I'm going to be very apparent. It's going to be a Squee. I'll go down to 26 life. Exile Chunky, going up to 14. Cast Atali. I will ignore all of your guys' casts. I will just cast Squee. I will exile Squee to the food chain, putting him in exile and creating 4 red. I will do this a trillion times. And then I will exile Chunky, putting it in a command zone, and cast Chunky a billion times, and ignore all the casts, and mill you guys all out past turn.
Nice.
Nice.
All
Good
right.
game, dude. That was awesome.
Big death.
Great win, Austin.
And that's what happens when no one interacts with the tally. You get your first one, it gets you enough mana to cast your second one on the next turn, and then you can win.
Yeah, that was a quick one. Let's do another game.
Here we go.
Any pre-games?
Nope.
Nope.
Good luck, have fun.
I'll take it away. LED start. Ghost Quarter as my land, and I have a Soul Ring. Pass the turn.
Draw for turn. Polluted Delta. Cast the Mox Diamond. Pitch this Mistrise Village. Correct that. Tundra. Cast the Grand Abolisher.
In response, I'm gonna basic land cycle an Ash Baron. I got my forest. I'm good.
You're good to go then.
Draw starting town. I'll be going to 39. Cast a Rite of Flame. The Reckless Barbarian. Pass.
Draw for turn. Scalding Tarn. Fetch. 39. Find a drop. Cast a Birds of Paradise. Cast a Mox Diamond. Discard this Marsh Flats when it enters. Pass my turn.
And get a draw. Forest as my land. Spelunking. Draw a card. Fabled Passage, I guess. I'll just crack for a forest. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Play an Exotic Orchard. Austin, I'm going to attack you for 2.
37.
Pass the turn.
Draw. Crack this Verdant Catacombs. Play and crack. I will go to 36 and get a Taiga. Grim Monolith. No pass.
Untap. Draw a card. Play Ancient Tomb as my land for turn. Talisman of Dominance. Losing 2 life with the tomb. 37. Cast Terra. Why not?
I would like to respond to Terra. Crop rotation. Sacrificing one of these forests, I guess. I'm gonna go for Mirror Pool.
This timing here is just because I don't want you to have Fierce Guardianship, and I feel like crop rotation's so good in Lumra that you might want to Fierce Guardianship it. So
that is fair. You are also off to a perfect start for Lumra. I guess maybe like technically slow-ish, but this also like turn 3 is where Lumra really shines, I feel like, and you have a lot of the stuff that you're looking for. The Untapper and the Mirror Pool is already here, as well as a Lion's Eye Diamond for the Lumra, so you are scary.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm feeling really good about this one. I don't have a land sacker, but like you said, that Mirror Pool is going to get me to really get me going here. So I'm really stoked.
Trigger, Bayou, Mox Opal, Mana Vault, Culling Ritual, and Spire of Industry into the yard. Pass my turn.
Untaps and draw. Play a Vesuva Forest. Finale of Devastation, X equals 1.
I don't think this is anything, but I think maybe it'll slow you down enough. I have a Flusterstorm.
Counters it outright. I don't care. It's just gone. Cast Lumra, discarding my forest. 4. We found 2 hits. Urza Saga, Wooded Foothills, Forest, Fabled Passage, and Ash Barrens. Fabled Passage, my last forest. and then pass the turn.
I probably should have just paid for the Flusterstorms because I had
Not cast Lumra.
because I had an absurd amount of mana, and if I don't have Sylvan Safekeeper, there's really like no way that I'm going to be able to keep going with this. Like my only hope was that I would be able to have enough mana to mirror pool after, but what I guess I didn't count out was I didn't have enough mana to cast Lumra and then still mirror pool with the Lumra and play this turn. So all I can really do is like get a lot of lands into play now at this point, and it doesn't really set me up for where I need to go.
I guess that's fair. It does look scary. You have 9 lands in play on turn 3. That does look pretty good, but you cracked the LED, so you have no cards in hand right now.
Yeah,
so.
and at this point, like now, my fetch land doesn't get me any lands in my deck, and the Fable Passage isn't going to get me any other lands in my deck too. So they're kind of dead until I find Yavimaya.
Maybe you're not so scary anymore. Okay, maybe you're not so scary actually. Flusterstorm.
Tap, draft turn. I drew Carpet of Flowers for turn. I'm having a really hard time deciding whether I cast Carpet or whether I Chrome Mox Carpet. I'm gonna Chrome Mox Carpet. Go ahead and cast my last card in hand. Lumra. I mill D-Tutor, Voice of Victory, the One Ring. Wow, fuck.
Oh,
honestly.
4 great
Four
cards.
really incredible
Wow.
spells.
And then I'll get these 2 lands into play tapped, and then I will attack Austin again.
34.
Pass.
On tap, upkeep, and I'll draw. That's a card. Play this Grove of the Burn Willows. 5/6 colorless. Cast the first chunky of the game.
Urgeny.
Defense Skirt, I probably won't cast.
Mental misstep.
I think this is the worst Atali I've ever seen, baby.
I'll cast Burgeoning and I'll leave the rest in exile forever. Birds of Paradise, and I'll pass the 2 cards in hand. Yikes.
There are 2 sides to the Atali coin. I feel like I need to point it out because when Atali does win, it feels so insane, but this does happen sometimes too. Untap, upkeep, Mystical Tutor. I'll go search my library. Adna's on top. Go to my draw step.
Crack and go find my dude.
Draw a card. 2 damage from the Ancient Tomb. Go to 35. Cast Ad Nauseam. I'm at 35 and I have not played a land this turn. Here we go. Stopping there, I'm at 6. Boom. Command Tower. Mox Amber. Final Fortune. This is my 7. I'm going to discard, getting rid of Badlands, Valley Flood Caller, Destiny Spinner, Voice of Victory, Fierce Guardianship, Deflecting Swat, Ristic Study, Food Chain. I'm getting rid of all the protection. I'm going to last so much. Austin, can you have Birds of Paradise? Can it tap?
No.
Okay. You have no mana available?
No.
Okay, I hope I don't fuck myself. You have Simian Spirit Guide, Red Blast in your hand?
Maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna discard these cards. Go to my next turn. In my upkeep, cast Vampiric Tutor. Going to 4. Discard on top, draw for turn. Underground Sea is my land for turn. Underworld Breach onto the stack. It resolves. For my next trick, put Grinding Station onto the stack. When it enters, I am going to have an untap trigger. I'm going to respond to the untap trigger and sacrifice this Mox Amber. Milling 3 cards. Oh, there's the LED. That's nice. And untap. From here, I would love to present a loop of exiling 3 cards that I mill over with Grinding Station and recasting Mox Amber over and over again, making mana in between. Eventually, I'll bring out the LED to make some blue mana. I'm going to do this over and over again to mill out my whole library and cast Thassa's Oracle. There it is.
Heck yeah. Good game.
Nice. Ad Nauseam, still powerful. Underworld Breach, always good. That was another quick one. Let's do another game.
2 decks couldn't get Lumra to work this game, so let's see if it can work the next game.
I have a pregame. Gemstone Caverns, pitching, an offer that you cannot refuse. Good luck, have fun. Take us away.
Get a draw, Windswept Teeth, and I'll crack it down to 39. Get a Forest for a Soul Ring. Passing the turn then.
Draw for turn. City of Brass. Lose 1 to 39 and cast the Mystic Remora. Pass.
Draw. Copperline Gorge. You may draw from the fish for this mana vault.
I will draw.
Pass the turn.
In your end step, I'll cast Vampiric Tutor. You can draw.
All right.
38. Find a card. Go to my turn. Untap. Upkeep. Draw a card. Misty Rainforest. Cast Mystic Remora.
Trigger.
Yeah, you got it. Best turn.
Get a draw. Horizon Explorer. Here's an untapped Havenwood Battleground now. Pass the turn.
Untap. In upkeep, I'm going to go ahead and pay for that fish. This one. Draw a card. Somehow I don't have a better land to play than this Shifting Woodland. Discarding a Dispel and a Ranger Captain of Eos. Pass.
Now draw. Taiga, a Sylvan Library. You may both draw.
Draw a card.
Lion's Eye Diamond. You may both draw. I'll pass turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Pay to keep the fish around. And draw a card. Forbidden Orchard is my land for turn. Pass the turn.
Get a draw. Play the Mycosynth Gardens as my land. Invasion of Ikoria, X=1 on the stack.
Remora triggers.
You folks may draw.
Wow.
I'm going to let Dylan defend it. The Sylvan Safekeeper goes right into play. Move to combat. Dylan, I'm going to attack you for 2 and make a lander token. Pass the turn.
Untap. I am going to pay for the fish once again, going down to 37. Draw for turn. Play Verdant Catacombs. That that's gonna be it. I'm gonna get rid of a Scrubland, a Fellwar Stone, and a Clever Impersonator.
Untap, upkeep, and I'll do my Sylvan Library draw. I'm going to pay 8 life, going on 232. Carplution Forest. Cast this Jessica's Will. I will let you both draw from your Mystic Remoras, and I will be targeting Tyler with the Jessica's Will. Destiny Spinner.
Cast Force of Will, and I'm going to pitch Pact the Negation that I'm not going to be able to pay for a while.
Remora draw.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm gonna sacrifice the lander token to get a forest right now.
I am good for Destiny Spinner to be countered by Force of Will.
Lander token lands normally come into play tapped, but the creature allows them to come into play untapped. What's it called?
Horizon Explorer. That's the
the
whole
one.
reason why this thing's here, is that it works with Lumra.
Right, yeah.
Cast a Roaming Throne from the Naming Dinosaur. Sacrifice the Lion's Eye Diamond. Discard a Wooded Foothills and a Pyretic Ritual for some extra red mana. Put a Chunky on the stack.
Yeah, what I have cannot counter a Chunky.
2 triggers. First trigger. Got a
A
Haywire
Food Chain
Might.
on top of my deck.
Nice.
Food Chain, a Breach.
And a lotus petal.
Stop ruining my life!
I will leave the Petal in exile, casting Food Chain and Breach. There are 2 Mystic Remora triggers. I will be paying for neither.
Cracking this Verdant Catacombs, going to 36. Underground Sea, pass on Haywire Might.
Haywire Might resolves. Food Chain is the next on the stack.
Cast an offer you can't refuse, targeting Food Chain.
I have no response to the offer.
Mystic Remora trigger. I'm going to respond to my own Mystic Remora trigger. I'll fetch. Find this volcanic island off of Misty. Don't respond to my Mystic Remora trigger. I'm going to cast Mystical Tutor.
I get a draw?
You get a draw. Put this Mindbreak Trap on the top of my library. Might draw a card.
Yeah.
I'll draw this Mindbreak Trap. Cast Mindbreak Trap. Target Food Chain, Underworld Breach, and an offer you can't refuse. Cool?
Cool.
Cool. Mystic, you can draw.
Second Atali trigger. We got a Disciple of Freyalise.
Damn it, Nissa Resurgent Animist.
Death Rage Shaman.
Noble Hierarch.
Casting all of these spells. We'll have it be Noble, Deathrite, Nissa, then my Disciple of Freyalise. Disciple of Freyalise elects to sacrifice my Atali and send it to the command zone because the breach is out. Gain 7 and draw 7. My life total is now 39. Passing the turn.
We had several pieces of interaction for us in that turn, and we did stop him from winning the game, but he still is like in an incredible position to do something next turn. He just drew a whole bunch of cards. He has the Haywire Might that can get rid of like the Mystic Remora or something like that. He's got a Roaming Throne for when Atali does come back in, so we are not out of the woods yet by any means.
No, this is still super scary for everyone.
Untap, upkeep. I'm gonna let the fish die. This is stupid. Draw for turn. Bayou is my land for turn. Cast Terra. Trigger. No enchantments there. Flusterstorm, Demonic Tutor, Badlands, Tinderwall, and Ragavan. Pass turn.
Draw. I'll play Sun-Scorched Desert and hit Tyler for 1 damage.
35.
Sacrifice my Haven for 2 more green. Cast Lumra. In response to the trigger, sacrifice 1, target Horizon Explorer. Sacrifice another, target Sylvan Safekeeper. And then I'll do 2 at the same time, targeting Lumra. Lumra dies, and there's a Lumra trigger on the stack. So I'll mill 4. Found 2 lands. Return all the lands from my graveyard to play. Sun-Scorched Desert, I target Tyler. Crack Fabled Passage to go get a forest. 2 more green, and we'll cast Lumra. When Lumra resolves, I'm gonna sacrifice all of my lands to try to give it Shroud. I'll mill 4. That one wasn't good, but we found Gaia Reach at least. Tyler will take another damage.
This is like almost infinite right now, but not really, because you have to continuously hit at least 2 lands in each of your piles to be able to like pay for the commander tax. I guess that's not exactly true because you do have the 1 land that taps for 2 mana, but it's not infinite. It's just like a lot for now.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, I need to find more lands that can sacrifice and tap for 2 mana, or like more Ancient Tombs or something.
Realistically, you need to find Mirror Pool or Command Beacon.
And then that way I can just keep doing this infinitely then.
2 more green, crack Fabled Passage just to be sure. I'll also crack Windswept Heath, go to 38, and I'll go get Dryad Arbor. I will Lumra. Sack all of the lands in response to the trigger, so Lumra goes back. Mill 4. Oh no, okay. Tyler takes 1 more damage. Sack and make 2 more green. I'll use the 2 colorless on a Gaia Reach activation. All right, yeah, that did not help at all.
Get rid of this Gemstone Caverns.
Pitch this Archivist of Pokemon.
I don't think Born Upon the Wind is... That's probably wrong.
Tiller Engine, I will pass.
Ah, okay. So I did not find Mirror Pool or Command Beacon or really any lands in that last Lumra flip. So
Maybe next turn.
Untap. All right, let's pay for the Remora. Great. Draw for turn. Tropical Island. Move to end step.
I'm going to take a damage from the Corpulation Force, going to 38, and sacrifice Terramite, targeting your mystical form. Gain 2 life as a trigger when it dies.
Pass on that. Go to cleanup. I will discard Tatara Taru, Enduring Vitality, Beseech the Mirror, Culling the Weak, and Voice of Victory.
Untap, draw, I will take 1, and so then let's take 8. Into 31. City of Brass, Nissa, Resurgent Animist has a trigger to make me a mana, a red. Use Deathrite Shaman, and let's exile Dylan. Do you have land in your grave? Any land will do. Defense grid.
Force of Negation. Pitching a Ristic Study.
Veil of Summer.
Cast Flare of Duplication, sacrificing Terra as an additional cost. Copy the Force of Negation. Target the Veil of Summer.
Okay, cast a red elemental blast on the copy of Force Negation.
Good by me.
Veil of Summer.
I think I'm going to look for a misstep to misstep the Veil of Summer so that your force still hits defense grid.
Probably makes sense. It's tough to draw too.
Tyler, I'll give you a spirit with my Forbidden Orchard to make a black mana. Cast Demonic Consultation. I'll name Mental Misstep. 5, 6. All right. There's Mental Misstep. Cast Mental Misstep, targeting Veil of Summer. This obviously sucks, and as you notice, I exiled a big chunk of my library. If Austin's fighting this hard over defense grid, I gotta assume that means there's a win coming, so I'm just dead if he gets to do all this stuff. So I feel like if I do nothing, I'm just dead. So this at least gives me a little bit better odds, but not good ones after seeing all those cards that exiled. The odds are not good.
I'll pyro. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, wait. Veil of Summer is countered. Force Negation, countering the defense grid into exile. Cast a Gamble, taking a damage down to 30. That card. 6 in hand.
5.
5 is Twin Flames. Cast an Unroll Breach. Put LED on the stack, exiling 2 lands and a wire.
Gift Dylan a tapped fish, and I will into the Flood Maw this Underworld Breach.
LED is good to resolve them. That's unfortunate. Let's swing Disciple of Rayleigh and Roaming Throne and Nissa at Dylan.
Take 10.
Last turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw card. I have a Final Fortune. I think I'm just going to take an extra turn because I don't think I'll get another one, and with like no actual real possibility. Is that silly?
I kind of think it is. I can't win on my turn. Maybe it is silly to assume you won't get another turn, to be honest.
I think that's fair.
Let's play Underground Sea. Give somebody else a spirit.
Pick me.
Yeah, Tyler, I think it is you. Cast Terra. Trigger, Wishclaw Talisman, Scalding Tarn, Gamble, City of Brass, and Cabal Ritual. Nothing. A 1-1 comes to Austin. Thanks for being on the show.
29.
That's it for me. I'll pass my turn.
Get a draw. All right, well, this was a good draw. I'll play Yavimaya as my land.
Yavimaya will do it.
Got unlucky last turn and got lucky this turn. You know what's just frustrating is that was 1 card deeper in my deck.
Yeah.
Like if that's last turn, if I had 1 extra card, yeah.
To cast Lumra for 12.
Tyler, you've lied to me.
I didn't think of the Yavimaya. I'm sorry.
Was Wishclaw the top card that I milled? I had to.
Yes.
Oh, that's so funny. So if I Final Fortune, I would have found Wishclaw. I'm going to think about that forever. I pass on all this.
In response to the Lumra trigger, I'm going to do my sacrifices. I'll do the same trick that I did where everything else has Shroud and then the rest of them go to Lumra. 4. That is Urza's Cave. All my lands come back. Austin, I'll ping you for 1 with Sun-Scorched Desert.
At 28.
Arid Archway trigger. Bounce the Dryad Arbor because I don't really care. Hold priority on that trigger. Sacrifice Urza's Cave to search my library for a land and put it into play. Find a Cradle. I will make 4 green and then bounce the Dryad Arbor to my hands. Now I really wish I didn't do that. Use 14 and then float 3 green. Cast Lumra. Sack all my lands. Mill 4, 3 lands this time. Ooh, now it's way easier.
Is that a command beacon?
It
It
is.
is
Yeah.
command beacon, yeah.
Guys, do you have anything?
Yeah, I will cast the Veil of Summer.
Nice, nice.
Nailed it.
So what'll happen is I'm gonna keep my loop going, and in the middle of my loop, before I cast Lumra, I'll put it into my hand with the command beacon, which goes to the graveyard, letting me recast Lumra for 6, refloat all of my mana again before I sacrifice my lands, and then when Lumra's trigger goes off, I'll keep milling 4, and then putting all my lands back, including Sun-Scorched Desert and the command beacon, which will let Lumra always cost the same amount of mana. But I'll keep making more and more mana thanks to the Cradle and all the other lands I'll keep finding, and that way you'll die to infinitely Sun-Scorched Desert pings.
Nice. We're dead? Cool.
All
Good
right.
game.
Weird game.
So Fuchin only won 1 of those 3 games, but it's still an awesome card. Obviously, Lumra kicks ass. Doing all the land stuff is super sweet. It's so cool to have a deck in the format that actually does land stuff really well now, I think. So that was cool to see pop off.
Yeah, love Lumra. Atraxa we didn't get to see too much from, which I guess is maybe kind of indicative of Atraxa right now in general, but it's still in great colors and a cool food chain deck.
I think I should be more aggressive with Terra in the future. I don't know why I just didn't go for the turn 1 ad nauseum. I wanted to keep my Gifts Ungiven in my hand hand, but looking back, just go for the turn 1. You know what I mean? What are they gonna have?
And everyone loves Atali, so what else can we say about that? Thank you, Austin, for supporting the show and for having this awesome idea. It's been a minute since we've had so many food chain decks on the show, and I fucking love it.
And thank you for watching. If you want to support us directly, you can do so on Patreon, like our $100 patrons.
Tom Bieber, Dan Nandez, Cumulative Upkeep MTG, Mr. Jerby, The Cardboard Cookbook, Penguin Man 0089,
Eli the Magic
Eli the Magic Guy, David Newman, Rocky Hall, Pat Fires, Frogman, Spangler, Demetrius Clark, Larson Roars, Your Boy Blue, Sparky B, Insomnia, SC Phillip, Golden Grumpy, Zach Hartley, Big Legs Banjo, Reactive, Sean in the Ice, Gare Bear Garrett, Mace the Ace, Alex Smith, Luke Cook, Connor Sitbon, Joshua Day, Peter Stewart, Cornell Wilds, Uncle Butts, Noosh, Kwaja Hamid, Scott Hawk, and Baby G-Bus. If you want to find any of our merch, go to playtowinmtg.com.
Big thank you to Dragon Shield. Use code PlayToWin5 at the affiliate link down below to help support the show.
And follow us on the internet for more content.
See you next time. Thanks for watching.
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 Let's talk of the 50s. Nana. Fred's dead.
Ben Finelli.
Jason Brooks.
Safarius.
Ash Wayne.
Zeta.
John Koba.
Sarcastic.
Mystic Muffin Man.
Jack Nicholson.
Dalton Poti.
Justin.
Jan Wild Fang.
Thomas Bueno.
And David Nelson. Thanks, y'all.
There's a blind obedience and pay. There's a blind obedience and pay. So pay.
Every time I say "here we go," I think like the hamster dance is gonna come on then because they say that. Here we go. The only hope is there's nothing. Just keep going.
I'm gonna keep on including these parts where you get depressed at the end of the video.